Hey, what up, guys? I am so excited to be here again. So listen, a lot of people have been asking me, Sharon, what is your skincare routine? What do you actually do, when you are washing your face every day? So I haven't actually done a video on my particular brands. One of the reasons being is I've run out of a lot of stuff that I normally use. So I've had to resort to looking at alternate options. So I'm still definitely going to do my everyday skincare routine. But today I wanted to show you the Nigerian brands that I have found. Because number one, it's really been quite challenging bringing products in. Things have been quite expensive, and it's turning out to be almost double the price for some items of the actual item to ship it. So I've had to kind of look at my budget, and as you guys all know, I am working on getting my finances in order. So I've had to start looking local for a lot of things, and these are some of the brands that I have been trying out. These are some of the brands I want to try out and give a review on, and I just thought I would do a skincare routine using Nigerian brands, because I don't want to just do a routine with stuff that people might not be able to afford or have access to. So we're gonna get started, and before I even go onto the face, I'm actually going to start with a little bit of a scrub. So a lot of people ask me, what do I use on my skin? Do I bleach? Do I use bleaching products? And 100% no. Have I used bleaching products in the past? Yes. Back in 2007, 2008, one of my friend's mom was like, Sharon, you are hot, so you have to maintain your color. And I love her for it. That was her number one thing. So she used to always get this special cream for me. And not trying to be funny, I feel like my mom used to bleach David back in the day, because David used to be like kind of my complexion. And there was one special cream that smelled like chemicals that my brother used to use every night. Sorry for casting you, David, but now everybody sees your real color because the bleaching has stopped. So one of the things that I do to prevent, me from having patchy skin and to keep my skin clear is actually I do a lot of body scrubs. I used to pay to go at least once or twice a month, but unfortunately that's no longer in my budget, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I found some products in Nigeria that I want to try. Now this is by U-Skin. Utopia Beauty, and it's a lemon scrub. I've heard a lot of great things about it, and I'm actually going to try it out right now and just kind of give you a live review. So some things I've already been using for a while, other things I'm just testing out, and I've explained why. First of all, oh my days, this stuff smells, for lack of a better word, orgasmic. I'm sorry, it really, my whole camera goes like, this woman, why do you talk in here? Because I have to describe it well. Okay, so the first thing I like to do, as I said to you, there's nothing better than a good body scrub, and learning how to do it myself, even though it's not as luxurious. Sometimes if my nannies are around, I get them to help me to do it, but for the most part, I just do it in the shower. So, okay, let's try it. First of all, a sign of a good scrub always has a lot of oil on top of it. Do you understand? So that means that at the bottom is now not going to be all dry and granularly. So good job for thinking about that. And I like that. Let's talk about the texture. Do you know what I like about this so far? I don't like it when it's so soft and you can't feel any salt or granules. But this one is the perfect amount of harshness, because sometimes they're too hard and then you're like, am I going to survive? Now, I want you guys to be very clear. I will not use something like this past my neck and my body. I will not use any of this on my face because it's too harsh for my face, but it's definitely perfect for my body. Another really good secret, ladies, for your bikini lines and for ingrown hairs in your private areas, using scrubs are the best, because you just scrub it and then it just peels off all the dead skin and then all your ingrown hairs come out. So you guys definitely use scrubs everywhere. They're really, really good for your skin. Oh my gosh. This thing feels so good. It smells so good, and it's moisturizing. The sign of a good scrub is that it should be moisturizing. So you can see I've rubbed this on, and let me wipe it off so I can give you a proper review. But so far so good. I'm gonna give it a good 8 out of 10 so far. And trust me, this 8 out of 10 also includes the price. So we'll talk about how much everything costs at the end of this video so that people can see. So let me just finish cleaning this up, and then I'll let you know how my skin feels. We'll be right back. So I've finished cleaning off my scrub, and I still got a little oil from the lid, but you see, it's so good I can just rub it in. Actually, it doesn't matter. So the U-Skin Lemon Scrub is about 4,800 Naira, and that works out approximately around 10 bucks, 10, 12 bucks, depending on the exchange rate. This is 250 milliliters. Now, the only thing I'll say is if I'm using this for my whole body, I don't know, I haven't used it enough to know how long it would last, but this seems like a decent investment. I will determine how good of an investment it is when I find out how long it lasts me, because I just used one section. I would want to do my arms, my elbows, my knuckles, my toes, my knees. So this kind of seems like a little bit small. For me, I probably need something a bit bigger, but listen, this is at least something that I found from a Nigerian brand that actually works for me. So this is definitely gonna add on to my list of skin products that I'm using. So I really enjoyed that, and I'm gonna actually move on to the next thing. I actually don't know how many of you guys are into this, but I am really into lip scrubs. I find, especially with the Hamatan weather, my skin tends to get dry, my lips tend to get dry, and I've really always been a fan of Bath Kandy's lip scrub. And I've been using their lip scrub for a couple of years now. So this is a new packaging for me. I've not seen this one before. And the first thing I'll say, it is a little bit, you know, you do have to kind of, you know, push it. So I'm just wondering how it will spread across the lips. So let me use a wet cloth first to just kind of clean my lips, okay? And so then, okay, I can understand why there is an oil base once you start kind of rubbing it with your fingers, and that actually makes me feel like they've given you quite a lot, to be honest, because I literally took just a little piece off. And so let me show you how I scrub my lips. I do this about once a week. You don't want to irritate your lips. I just try and get all the dead skin off. One thing I will say is that I always like using a lip scrub that is sweet, that is natural, so it should be oil-based, and it shouldn't be bitter because obviously it's near my mouth. So make sure you get all under there. And also another reason I like using lip scrubs, when you use a lot of lip balms, sometimes it clogs the pores around your lips and it causes pimples. So lip scrubs are a great way to get all those whiteheads, blackheads, any little oil-based pimples around your lips. So obviously you're gonna go all the way out and around and get the sides good. And trust me, this is just such a great self-care activity, and it tastes good too. A little bit's gone into my mouth. So let me just clean it off. It's really easy. Okay, so that, let me see, how do I feel? I actually really enjoyed that, and what I really like about this is a small container, but I think something like this could probably last me 3 to 6 months, to be honest with you, because I really didn't use that much and I got a lot out of it. So the Bath Kandy Pucker Up Lip Scrub, which I've been using for a few years, so this is actually a review of something I've used before, is about 2,000 Naira, which is super duper affordable. I mean, look at all you're getting for that, and that works out about $4.50, $4.50. I mean, depending on exchange rate, it could probably be about $5, but this is a great Nigerian affordable local brand that's great for your lip scrubs. I actually came across this other Nigerian brand called Earthly Goodness. You know, I've been doing my research, and they have something called a lip butter. So while I'm gonna wash my face, I still want my lips to get dry, and I'm going to use their lip butter. And listen, I've not even finished, I already like it. I've not even finished, I already like it. It's light, It smells good. It has a little bit of like a menthol smell to it, but it feels really good, and it just feels really relieving and soothing after my lip scrub. So you guys, this is what I call balling on a budget. This lip butter from Earthly Goodness costs approximately 1,000 naira, which is amazing. You know, by the time you put shipping, it might be like 1.5, depends where you are. And that works out about $2.50, $3, depending on the exchange rate. So this is another great Nigerian brand that I think is something that you should consider. I am always looking for ways to keep my lips moisturized, whether it be in between filming, whether it be because of this weather, or whether it be just because I had a lip scrub. But so see how God works. So I didn't get the face wash that I wanted, but what's it called? Earthly Goodness actually sent a sample of their whipped soap. I'm gonna give them a try because they used their initiative and their marketing extra stuff. So shout out to Earthly Goodness. I like that aggressiveness in your marketing. All right, let's give it a try. Okay guys, so we now have our whipped face soap, and one of the things I just really want to give it to point out to you is that I am really particular about using face and hand towels specifically for your face. And the reason being, like this towel for example, it's positioned this way. If I fold it and put it back on the rack, or if I hang it up, I can't remember which part I used to wipe my butt. I can't remember which part I used to dry my toes. I can't remember which part I used to, you know, clean under my armpits or my private parts. And then I would now turn around and use the same towel to wipe my face. Like, you guys, I'm sorry. I know we're all about self-love, but that's nasty. Okay, that is nasty. So my recommendation is you guys go ahead, get you some face cloths. They are not too expensive. I know that you could probably get one for about 200 naira, if not less. And I want you to go out and get face towels. I like white because white lets me know when the towels are dirty. White lets me know when it's time to replace my towels. And I will tell you that I probably exchange my towels once every 6 months because I just keep them specifically for washing my face and drying my face. My body towel is strictly for my body. So let's get on with this Earthly Goodness whip soap. All right. Smells heavenly. So it's earthly and heavenly. Whoa, yum. I want to eat it already. This is so good. I always like that, you guys. Smells are very important, but you don't want it to be smelling so good that the thing now smells like chemical. So I can tell this is not a bleaching cream company, and I'm not trying to shade bleaching cream, but I'm just so against it because our skin is beautiful and God wants us to love our skins the way they are. So you guys don't come for me because my skin is popping. That is not my fault. Okay. All right, guys. So I'm just going to take a conservative amount because I am very, very, very careful about what I actually put on my skin. But I figured, hey, listen, if you are on a hunt for, you know, Nigerian brands for your skin, I think it's better for you to, you know, experiment conservatively. So the first step, especially for those of you guys who have lashes, so this is how you have to wash your face. You can't just be throwing the lashes. If you know you want the lashes to last the 3 to 4 weeks before you go for your refill, you need to be intentional about learning to clean your face differently. So I've wet my face and I'm gonna do this. One of the big things I look for when I'm washing my face is, does it lather up? That was what I was worried about, because when it doesn't lather, I almost kind of feel like, is it really working? Is it really cleaning? You know, oh my goodness, I love it. This feels so good. So far, so good. And so you can see I'm just avoiding around my eye area. And also, if you notice, I'm rubbing outside. I rub this way. Because when you do this, you give yourself wrinkles. So these are little things that you can do to just make your skin pop in and limit the wrinkles. So first of all, I would say definitely love the fact that it lathers up really nice and good. Looks good. All right, guys. So I have gotten my face nice and washed. I won't lie, it feels amazing. It smells amazing. I'm even like shooketh because I normally do not give access to too many products in my face, but Earthly Goodness, whoa, it's really nice and whipped. And you know what I like about it as well is that I don't like this like sharp feeling when you can tell the soap is off your body. I like it to be kind of moisturized as it's leaving your body, so it doesn't feel like, the soap is gone, my face is dry. And I can tell you there's a lot of moisture in this product because my face isn't feeling dry as I'm rubbing it off. And you know, I don't have traditional a tap, so I'm not splashing my face and I'm not feeling like my skin is feeling dry. So this is amazing and I'm really enjoying this. All right. Okay guys, so I have finished washing my face with a whipped soap. Hey, it says whipped soap. It actually didn't say face soap, but it's from the Earthly Goodness and it feels good so far. My skin has not been irritated and it normally does get irritated pretty quickly. But I'm still on the hunt for the perfect Nigerian face soap brand. So this is not really an endorsement. It just happened to be here and what I expected didn't show up. So the next step, you know, I've actually been keeping this one a little bit under wraps because I like to be really careful before I beat my chest on a product or something that I've used regularly. And one of the things that I will say really has worked for me, and I've been using this, and it's mixed essential oils. Well, I don't think it's mixed essential oils, it's mixed oils. And it does have a secret recipe. I've been using this for the last 10 years, and I can tell you that this pot of joy and goodness right here is one of the reasons that my skin has remained so evenly toned. A lot of people talk about, you know, how clear my skin is, but one of the things that people always point out is that my skin is very evenly toned. And I ran into this facial, what's the word that you give facial ladies? Hey, there's a professional word for it, but there's a lady who did my facial many years ago, and she introduced me to this product, and I believed in it so much that I actually became a distributor. So I ran into this woman, an esthetician, about 10 years ago, and she recommended this product for me and I became a supplier. That's how much I believed in it. So as soon as I'm done with my face wash, and I usually use this early at night, it doesn't have any bleaching agent, so if you use it, you know, during the day, you will not get burnt. But it is a, what do I call it? I would say like it's the moisturizer before the moisturizer, and I really feel like it puts some type of glaze or protection over my face, and it really helps my skin to become evenly toned. So what I normally do with my Rona Beauty facial serum, right, I just spread it all over and it smells absolutely divine. I just gently spread it. So it's not something that's heavily moisturizing, but there's something about it that just evens out my skin tone, and it's one of the things that I would say that has contributed to my freshness. So, you know, shameless plug, because I really haven't overly pushed it, just because I wasn't sure if I'm even getting into skincare, you know, that kind of thing. But anyway, this is available at any of the Rona Beauty Center branches, both Ikoyi and Lekki. And what I love about this facial serum is that it sits so beautifully into the face and it slowly seeps into the pores. So at night, sometimes I just put it on like this and I just leave it, you know, to kind of sit, and I'll just wash my face. But during the day, I will put this on, and you definitely need an additional moisturizer, which I'll move on to the next step shortly. So this facial serum goes for 20K. I know I cringe that I'm probably my brand is probably one of the more expensive products. You know, I do not want to be expensive, but I at the same time don't want to sell people crap. I have to be so sincere with you. And this is the best we could have gotten this price for. This bottle lasts me about 6 months if I use it religiously, but I won't say that I use it every day. I'll say I use it every other day. So I would plan for this to last you about 3 to 6 months if you use it every day. 3 to 6 months, and it just depends on how much. Are you using it on its own or using it as a combination? But it sits so beautifully on the face, and I use it for evening out my skin tone. So a lot of my not dark spots, a lot of my white spots actually, because I used to have this I used to react to the sun because I didn't use enough sunscreen, and I used to have lots of white
spots on my face, and this actually corrected that in addition to using it with sunscreen. So go out and get our Rona Beauty Facial Serum. It's one of our few skin beauty products that we have, but it's something that I swear by. It's one of my secret go-tos. This is definitely a Rona recommends. I am beating my chest on this. This is definitely a Rona recommends product, and it's 20,000 Naira. That works out at about $40. Sorry guys, I wish it could be cheaper, but it works at about $40. But I'm telling you, this is a game changer, so go out and get yours. Then after I've applied my facial serum, the next thing that I put on is my Clean Cap. So Clean Cap is actually out of India, but you can find this in most Nigerian pharmacies, supermarkets, and markets. It's one of those products that I believe it's mass marketed, you can buy, and it's not too expensive. It costs about 1,500 Naira, and that's about I think that's about $3 or $4. It's nothing crazy, but you guys, this is something that I've been using for a while now, and I can tell you it has been a game changer for my face. I actually was recommended it by a dermatologist after having my skin examined because I had just a very unusual breakout because I had tested out some products when I had gone to China, and it's taken me about 2 years to get my skin back on track. So what I want you guys to also know, if you're having skin issues, it's not a miracle working thing. It's about getting a good facial routine, that when I say facial, skincare routine that you can keep up with. You know, I have one on my Instagram, but I don't think that it's sustainable. I think it takes too long. What I do now takes me about 5-10 minutes, and Clean Cap is definitely a part of my routine. Also, it is considered an acne and pimple cream, but I don't use it for acne because I don't have acne. I just use it because I like the gel moisturizing. I like the way it sits on my skin, and it keeps my skin clear and moisturized. So the next step would be to put the Clean Cap on top of my serum. Now, if I have time, I would leave my serum on for about 30 minutes and let that seep in. So I'll do that, go do some stuff with the kids, and come back. That's if I have time. If not, Clean Cap's going directly on top, okay? And we're getting that taken care of once and for all. And that is about how much I use. This is super duper affordable. It's something that you can use, but I would also just check with a medical professional, but this is actually what I use as a moisturizer. Now, I've not been able to find a Nigerian SPF cream yet, so if anyone has any suggestions, please don't forget to drop a comment for me or DM me on Instagram, and so that I can look into trying it. As I said to you earlier, I am trying to find things that I can find local. I'm trying to find things that are within my budget, and I'm trying to find things that I have easy access to, so I don't have to tie my money down buying things in bulk from abroad. So now the next thing that I will put on my skin, I just wanted to talk about what I do to actually treat my face if I break out or if I have, you know, some type of breakout. And one of the things that I use is a classic, I don't know, this is a kind of if you know you know kind of product, and this is Nyxoderm. Nyxoderm is a Nigerian brand. I am actually so proud of this brand. I've been using it for over 15 years, and I tell you, it sorts out the skin like no other. I use this specifically for pimples like Exhibit A. I had a really bad whitehead, and just a tip, you guys, sometimes when you see a whitehead, just leave it alone. It will eventually die down. Picking at it sometimes irritates it and then causes more pus to come out. So sometimes I just kind of leave them. So this is a result of one that I've left. It's still a little bit red and there's nothing inside of it. You know, it's died down, but I just want to get it all the way together. So I'm going to put a little bit of Nyxoderm on my hand, and as you can see, I've literally put a dot because I'm literally just doing this, and I'm just gonna look in the mirror. All right, and then you can see I'm just literally rubbing it in that area. Now, if I had other spots, I would spot do it, and I would actually put it on my skin directly. So before I started moisturizing, before I put the facial serum, I would have actually put my Nyxoderm on first, to be honest, and then I would actually serum around it, so that way it's getting direct contact with the medication. So, you know, if this was bedtime, I'd probably have to wipe it off and do it again, but I'm just showing you what I use. So Nyxoderm is a great, affordable Nigerian brand. It costs 700 naira, literally. I think it's like a dollar, less. No, it's less than a dollar actually, because dollar is 4.50. Yeah, so it's less than a dollar. But this is the ish, okay? And this can be found in the market. This can be found at local and big supermarkets, but it's a secret gem I've been using for over 10 years, and I actually am gonna consider this a Rona recommends for sure, because this stuff works. But as I said, what usually happens is either going to dry it out the spot. Ooh, I can even feel the pepper working a little bit now, or it's gonna flatten it, or it's gonna cause the spot to burst. But this has been very effective for my skincare routine. Now I want to talk about what I use for dark spots. As you've noticed, I'm still recovering from a few dark spots, and honestly, first things first, I do enjoy a nice face scrub. Now, as I said to you before, not all cleansers, not all exfoliations have to have a granule scrub in it, but I'm still looking for good exfoliators. I'm still looking for Nigerian brands for facial scrubs, and those are some of the things that I definitely use to attack my dark spots. But I'm very careful about scrubs because it can spread bacteria around your face and it can irritate the skin if done too often. So I would say I probably do a facial scrub maybe 3 or 4 times a month max, because I want to be really gentle with my skin, and I just find scrubs just irritate my skin for a couple of days. So I'm very careful about the scrubs I'm looking for, so I'm still investigating that. Please comment if you know any Nigerian brands that I can use. So I use Frida's special sauce for my dark spots. I legit use them, and what I use is I use the spot treatment. This is high grade stuff here, guys. This is in America. If I was to get this in America, I would need a prescription from a dermatologist, basically, is what I'm trying to say. And you need to really follow the instructions. It says apply small amounts and even tones, and that's exactly right. So if I'm only going for where I have dark spots, my first recommendation is only use this at nighttime, please. It is very strong, and I believe it never happened to me because I've been very careful with it, but I believe that you might end up getting like a scar or a burn if you decide to just put something this strong on. Even with sunblock, I would not recommend using this product during the day. However, I know people do, and you know, I know people who do and their skin is fine. But for me, it's just not. I feel like it's too strong for night, but it's so effective for dark spot correction. So I'm just going to show you how. So we just got this, and as I said, something like this actually will probably last me about a year. I really don't use it too much. I only use it as needed, okay? And I literally am just dotting where I see any little kind of dark spots, any little kind of yada yada yada. And literally, I'm not even going to touch it. I'm literally, if I was going to sleep, this is how I'd go to bed. And when I wake up in the morning, I'm not saying you're going to wake up and then the spot's completely gone. No, I'm saying that it takes time. And if you were to do this religiously, I wouldn't even recommend doing it every day. I would say a couple of times a week, because I just want you to do things that's not going to be too harsh on your skin. Now, Frida's special sauce, sorry, because it lasts me so long, I really don't want to tell you the price that I paid for it the last time. And I was not able to get a hold of anyone at the company to get the current price, but I remember paying over 20,000. I definitely remember paying over 20,000, and that works out at about $40 to $50. But you see, this is what I want you to understand. There's general facial care, and then you start getting into professional grade and higher grade, and I would definitely say that this falls under that category. So it's not something that you should abuse. Just because it's a spot corrector doesn't mean you should now start using it in big chunks and trying to like bleach your skin, because the truth of the matter is spot correctors often have bleaching agents in it, but that's why you have to be really careful. I really like how this was explained to me when I first bought it many years ago. I've been using this for about 3 years on and off, and I was warned by the doctor, please, 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 this is chemical, this is medical grade, be very careful. And they are very, very careful about how, you know, they allow people to buy this product. But Frida's Special Sauce, I can honestly say, has worked really well for me. It's something that I would carefully use sparingly. And as you can see, I did it spot by spot because this stuff ain't cheap, but trust me, it's a good investment. Because I'm not a huge shea butter fan, I definitely use shea butter for parts of my body. So for my elbows, for sure, for my knees, for sure, and for my feet. I don't joke around. So I've tried many shea butter brands. I will say that this one smells very divine. I don't know what I'm smelling, but all I can think of is bubble gum. I know that sounds random, but it smells like bubble gum in a good way, like a fruity type of smell, but it just leaves that bubble gum feeling for me. So yeah, it's not bad. This is my first time trying it, so I think I need to try it for a little bit longer. I think I need to see how my skin, my elbows feel in about, you know, a couple hours. But Oriki whipped shea butter soufflé, not bad. It's 8 ounces. I like that it's nice and big. It's $5K. Is $5K expensive? Well, this is what I'll say. I really like the labels. Okay, so the labels and the packaging. So I mean, you have to consider those things. You know, I'm a beauty entrepreneur as well, so there's certain things that I'm thinking about: packaging, how does it make me feel, experience. And so far, I mean, $5K, I'll say it's fair. At about $11. I mean, it's not the cheapest, but listen, it can be sourced locally. It's a high quality product, and it smells good. So let me see how it smells on the skin. Yeah, I like how it really smells on the skin, because you know, by the time a product sits on your skin for a little bit, you will then know how it smells for you. So this is what I use for my joints, and this is what I use for my feet. I don't use Oriki per se, but this is what I will start to use, and I'll give you guys feedback on how I feel about it. But if anyone knows any really great, you know, shea butter products that's really moisturizing, let me know so that I can try it and give you guys a review. And finally, the pièce de résistance. People always ask me, what do I use on my skin? So I know we were focusing mainly on facial, but as I said, your neck and your décolletage is very important as well in your skincare and facial routine. So I actually use our Rona Beauty Naked Body Oil. And can I say, I have been using this product before I even, you know, started selling it. I've been using it for about 5 years, and what I love about it is the lightness of the oil. It is beautiful. It is so it's so delicious, and it's a mixture of almond oil, sesame oil, and some other great essential oils, but those are the main ingredients. I absolutely love this. I use this every day, and one of the reasons I like it, and I call it naked body oil, is because you literally feel naked when you're using it. It's moisturizing and it enters into your skin, but it doesn't feel like it's just sitting there. And I can tell you, my kids use it. It is literally a game changer. I love this product. So this naked body oil is amazing. It lasts me about 3 weeks because I like to drench my body in it. I even try and mize it sometimes. Like, even as I'm talking, I just like using it because I just like how it rubs and spreads around my skin. So it comes in 8 ounces, and it comes in 4 ounces. So the 8 ounce, the 8 ounce bottle, which is the larger bottle, it lasts me about 3 weeks, if I'm gonna be honest, but it can last you up to a month. Some people even say a month and a half, because one drop is so spreadable. Like, you see that drop, I've literally spread it over my whole upper body and my arm. So one drop is really, really, really spreadable. So this comes at $20 at $20, 10,000 Naira approximately. But we also have a smaller bottle at 4 ounces, and that comes at 7,500 Naira, and that works out at about $16. So that is what I use on my skin. So you guys, I have really enjoyed this session. I've really enjoyed discovering Nigerian beauty brands. I've really enjoyed discovering options that we have, because now that we're here, travel is restricted, we need to start looking within. So I hope this was very interesting or very helpful to anyone, and I will definitely be coming back to you again with my current skincare routine with the current products I use every day. You've witnessed some of them, but you'll get to see everything. Thank you so much. Don't forget to comment, give me suggestions of other local beauty brands. Don't forget to like, don't forget to follow me on Instagram and subscribe. Thank you so much. God bless you. And remember, true beauty comes from within. Take care and bye.